Welcome to another YDFLive show. It is Monday. My name is Stephen Aitchison. I'm the creator of YourDigitalFormula.com, a program to help you grow your audience, share your message and transform your business. Hope you had a brilliant weekend. So today we're going to be talking about the real secret to growing your Facebook page. And I don't think it's it's not something that a lot of people talk about when they're talking about growing your Facebook page. And it's three things really. First of all, we have to understand three things before we can actually grow our Facebook page. And a lot of the members in the YDF group, they'll already know this. I've spoken about this before. But what we have to do, we have to understand three things, as I say. We have to understand A, what Facebook wants. We have to understand B, what the readers want. And we have to understand 3, what you want to get from your Facebook page. So let's take it one by one. What did Facebook want ultimately from a Facebook page or from a Facebook page owner? Really, what Facebook are looking to do, they're looking to keep people on Facebook for as long as possible. That's their ultimate goal, to keep Facebook on their page or on their site for as long as possible. Okay, so they're bringing out lots of different new innovative things to actually do that. Now, to understand what they're actually doing or what their kind of primary objective is, we have to understand how long people are actually staying on Facebook just now. So back in 2015, most readers were staying on or most people, the average kind of time that people were spending on Facebook per day was 20 minutes. The year before that, it was between 18 and 19 minutes in 2014. So it's going up every year. And this year, in the Q1 results, they brought out the average time that they spent on Facebook was about 22 minutes. So it's gone up by 10% from last year. And they're doing things like Facebook Live. That is one way they're keeping people on Facebook, is to get everybody watching kind of each other's Facebook Live shows. And they've done this with celebrities at the beginning, or people who had the blue tick mark and who had a lot of followers. And now they've rolled it out to everybody. Everybody can do Facebook Live. But even within that, they're going to be bringing out new things as well, whereby you could interview people on Facebook Live. So you could bring in somebody else who's on Facebook Live as well and interview somebody that way as well. That's another way to keep readers on Facebook. What else are they doing? They're doing instant articles. So they no longer want to send people from Facebook to your blog. They want to keep it in-house and take the content from your blog and put it on Facebook. And when they do it on Facebook, they do it in such a way, they've got kind of stuff going on in the background that is kind of almost instant uploads. So it's really, really quick to view on Facebook if you're using instant articles. Personally, with instant articles, I don't use it at the moment. I know how to use it and I've trialed it out as well, but I don't use it at the moment. I still send people over to my blog and I make money from my blog. I get email kind of sign-ups, I get money from kind of advertising, and I get money from selling my own products on the blog as well. But that's one of the things they're doing to keep people on Facebook. What else are they doing? They're big into videos just now. They want to take over YouTube as the video platform. Now, they're not quite there yet, but it's growing every quarter, it seems. And that's to keep people on Facebook. So if you understand that that is their primary objective, then it's good to get that into your head for figuring out what you want to get from Facebook. So what do the readers want? What do your readers on your Facebook page actually want? Well, you've got to think about the 3 E's. When you think about what the readers want, they want to be educated, they want to be enlightened, or they want to be entertained, or all three, or a combination of those 3. So if you can marry up, if you've got a kind of an entertaining post, or an educational post, or an enlightening post, which is mostly the ones I do, then that's going to keep your readers on kind of Facebook longer, or on your Facebook page longer, and it's going to keep your engagement high as well. So if people really enjoy your posts, and there's not too many promotional stuff on your page or anything like that, and it's all educational, it's enlightening, and it's entertaining, then they're going to stay on your page longer, then they're going to like your page, and then Facebook are going to give you the reach for more people to come back to your page because they see your page as one that keeps people on Facebook. So if you understand what the readers want and you understand what Facebook wants, then you've got to ask yourself the question, okay, what do I want to get from Facebook? So what you ultimately want to get, obviously you want to get more followers, but why? Why do you want more followers on Facebook? Have you actually stopped to think about why you want to build up a Facebook page and why you want to get more followers? So when you understand why you want to do it, then that becomes much clearer for you, and things become a lot more clearer and a lot more simple to actually start building up the content on your page. So the reasons I do it obviously is to grow my business, and I do that by growing my email list, for example, using my Facebook page. I do that by growing kind of my following on the Facebook Lives. When I get following on Facebook Live, I can put a link in my Facebook Live shows and send people over to a landing page or a sales page or a sign-up page or something like that, so I can send traffic from Facebook to my landing pages or my blog, for example. So there's lots of ways or lots of things I want to use Facebook for, but ultimately it's to brand myself, it's to grow my presence online. So if I can get thousands of people sharing my blog posts or my Facebook Live shows and things like that, if I can do all that and get people sharing my content from a Facebook page, obviously more people are going to get to know me, and more people are going to come to Facebook, or they're going to check out my blog, or they're going to check out my product or my YouTube channel or whatever. So you want to grow your presence as well, so you're growing your brand on Facebook. So that's what I want to get from Facebook. Now, so we understand what Facebook wants, we understand what the readers want, we understand what you want. Now we have to marry up all three and come to a compromise almost to make the content that you want to make, to get the things that you want to get, i.e. build up your email list, or to make money from your Facebook page as well. So you understand that part, and then you understand what Facebook wants, so you make content that's great for the reader, that's great to keep people on Facebook, and it's good for you as well. So that is really the real secret to growing your Facebook page. It's a compromise between all three of the things that Facebook wants, the reader wants, and what you want as well. So it's not all about you. So say for example Amazon.com, what they've done is they've made it all about them. They've made it about just promoting products. They've got a special kind of gift, 10% off coming out. It's almost kind of promotion with Amazon.com. They've got 70 million followers, but they've not got a lot of engagement on their Facebook page. There's not a lot of people engaging with their actual Facebook page itself. With you, it's going to be different because you can be the face of your company, or you can be the face of your brand. I'm the face of my brand. I can interact with you just now, and obviously we'll be answering some questions after this as well. So if you've got any questions about this, just put it in below. So that's how you grow a Facebook page. When you think about that, obviously the strategies for doing that, to keep people on your page, to keep the engagement high, to keep the reach as high as possible as well. And that's what I teach at yourdigitalformula.com, to go into all the strategies and give you all the tips, the techniques and everything else to actually keep people on your page and to grow your page as well. But first of all, I want to give you the kind of higher concept stuff of why you want to do it, and why Facebook are ultimately going to give you more reach if you give them what they want as well, and you give the readers what they want at the same time. So do we have any questions about that at the moment? A lot of people don't get the gist of that, and I just want to explain that today. I know it's a kind of relatively simple concept, but a lot of people don't get that. They're almost doing it for themselves, like Amazon.com. As I said, they've got 70 million followers on their Facebook page, but not a lot of engagement. So whenever they post something, it's not going to get a high number. It's not going to get a high reach. And reach is basically the number of people Facebook sends your post to when you post something. That's what your reach is, essentially. So when Amazon posts something, they've got 70 million followers. They might only reach about 0.25% of their followers. If that, they probably don't even do that. And that's because Facebook don't deem them as giving great quality content, because they're not interacting with the readers and keeping that engagement high. Whereas you, hopefully you're going to get a reach of at least 1 to 2%. It used to be a lot higher than that, but Facebook have changed their algorithms again. But we go with the flow and we give them what they want, i.e. more videos. They're doing slideshows now as well to keep them on the page. So we have to give them what they want as well to keep our engagement and our reach as high as possible. So for example, my reach for this week I think is about 35 million. That's overall on every single post that I've got, every single post that I've shared. The overall reach is about 35 million people, which is great. That's really, really fantastic. On an individual basis per post, it's not obviously going to be that high. So I might get a reach of maybe about 5% to 10% at the most. And some of the posts will really take off and the reach will go over 100%. But kind of ordinarily, it's about between 2% and 5%. That's the reach on an individual per post basis. So, do we have any questions on that at all? I know I kind of went through that relatively quick, but I was doing that on purpose. I just wanted to make it as kind of simple as possible, but when you think about those three things, things can really change for your Facebook page and for your business as well. Okay, so I've got a question from Maria Flynn. Maria says, how do you feel about sharing blog content from other pages' sites? My feeling on that, Maria, is it's a good thing. It's a really good thing to do that, as long as it's going to be content that the readers from your page are going to be consuming. So usually what happens, and this is how, if you look at it from a Facebook point of view, so Facebook will say, okay, this person's put up a blog post and is sending up people away from Facebook. But if you've got high engagement on your blog, on that particular blog post, and it's something people are spending maybe 4 minutes to read that actual blog post, when it takes 4 minutes, but they've also got share buttons on, and they've also got the Facebook comments on, Facebook will deem that as good content because they've still got that link to Facebook with the Facebook comments and the share button as well. So if that particular post was shared maybe 1,000 times, for example, it's bringing 1,000 people back to Facebook because that post had been shared. So if it's good quality content, it's been shared a lot, and it's going to get a lot of engagement on the blog, and it's got this kind of social share buttons and the Facebook comments, for example, that's going to be a good thing for you. So if you're going to do that, and you're going to do quite a lot, then find posts that have been shared a lot, got a lot of comments, got a lot of the kind of Facebook comments as well. So that's what I would do if I was kind of putting blog posts from other pages on my actual Facebook page. So ultimately, it can be a brilliant thing, but you have to be careful. If it's just a post that you like and it's not really been shared a lot, and you got emotionally attached to that particular post, but there's not a lot of people reading it or spending time on it, there's no point in sharing it, because your next blog post, your subsequent blog post after that, is not going to get shared as much, or it's not going to get the reach that it did before, because Facebook says, okay, well, that previous blog post didn't get that much reach, we're not going to give this one that much reach unless it takes off. So that's, if you think about it from the Facebook point of view, then that's how you're going to get traction on your Facebook page. So I hope that helps, Maria. Question from DNA Birwa. I have lots of people liking my page but little comments. Does this affect my reach? Yes, it does, DNA. What happens is we have to think about engagement. So we don't just think about reach. So we have to think about the engagement on your page as well. And that the engagement is really people kind of leaving a comment, sharing your post, liking your post, or you interacting, even leaving a comment on other people's comments. That all goes towards your engagement. And you can find your engagement if you go to likes on your page, and you'll see the number of people talking about this, and you'll see the total number of page likes. Now there's a way to calculate your engagement rate, and I'll tell you that just now. You don't have to do it just now, you don't have to worry big time, but what you do is you go to your page, click on the likes, see the number of people talking about this, divide it by the total page likes and then times that by 100, and that'll give you an overall engagement rate. So the average engagement rate is about 5%, between 2 and 5%. That's the average engagement rate of a Facebook page. And mine is sitting at, I think it's about 35%, but has been as high as 200%, 300%. We've got somebody in the group who kind of shared a video that went viral and has went way up to about 1,000% engagement rate because of this one video. And that's why it's good making videos as well, because if out of every 20 videos you make, one might go kind of semi-viral, and it really pushes up your engagement rate, which subsequently pushes up your reach on your Facebook page as well. So get people talking, ask people questions on your Facebook posts as well. Or if you're doing videos, ask a question at the end, or give them a call to action like, please share this video if you like it, or please share this video if you think a friend needs this message. Thank you at the bottom, and get them sharing that video as well, or just ask questions, as I said as well. Not all the time, because you see a lot of these kind of Facebook posts that are going on, they're saying type yes if you agree. Now that's okay every now and again. It's okay maybe once, twice, 3 times a week or something. But if you're doing it all the time and that's all you're doing, that's a pain in the arse, and it doesn't look well, doesn't look good on a Facebook page, because it's not entertaining, it's not educational, it's not enlightening in any way. It's just purely for engagement. And Facebook are going to catch on to that eventually, and they'll just stop giving you the reach. So it's good to ask questions, particularly in posts, and be creative about it as well, DNA. Just think about kind of your readers and figure out who your readers are. So if you go to your page, click on Insights, you'll see maybe that 80% of your readers are women. So kind of write and create posts that are kind of focused on kind of women issues as well. You can do that. So just think about your audience as well. So I hope that helps, Dana. From Stevie Webb, how are you doing, Stevie? Welcome to the show. I think this is the first time I've seen you here or commented on. So welcome to the show. But you've got a question: Facebook or WordPress comment system on your blog? Question mark. I'm tempted to move to the WordPress comments. What do you think? Stevie, I wouldn't move to the WordPress comments, purely from the point of view that you want the Facebook comments, so Facebook know that people are engaging with your posts on your blog. And if your ultimate aim is to obviously grow your Facebook page and obviously make money from your blog as well, from Google AdSense, for example, or selling your products, or trying to grow your email list, you want to put Facebook comments on there. Because if you've got WordPress comments on there, Facebook are not going to know as much about the kind of readership as they would if you had the Facebook comments plugin in there. And that's why I changed from WordPress comments over to the Facebook comments plugin. And WordPress as well, you can get a hell of a lot of spam on WordPress, and it can kind of bugger up your blog sometimes, as it did with mine, especially when your blog is growing. And people start to notice that it's starting to grow, and they leave spam comments on. And when you've got, say, over 5,000 spam comments in the back end, and you try and delete them all at once, it just freezes up your blog. It's a pain in the arse to do. So that's only when you're growing though, when you start to grow and get the blog bigger, and yours is going to be bigger as well, Stevie. So you have to watch out for that as well. So I would always put the Facebook comments plugin, and that's a personal point of view, and I'm thinking about it from Facebook's point of view as well, because I'm ultimately growing my Facebook page. So do we have any more questions about this particular topic? I'll just go over to this just now. I'm just seeing if we've got any more questions here before I leave you. I didn't realise I'd been on for about 24 minutes. DNA Bidwa saying, thank you, Stephen. Awesome advice as always. Thank you very much, DNA. I really appreciate being on here. Lorraine Emmett, thank you for watching the show. Really appreciate it. I didn't know it should there. I'm starting to see quite a backlash against the type yes posts. Lots of negative comments floating around. Yeah, Lorraine, I don't like it personally. Now, I do like it every now and again because it brings that engagement up. But if you're doing it every day, it's going to be it's going to be less and less effective. If you're doing it every day, and if you're doing it 2 or 3 4 times in a day, it's just going to be less and less effective. So for example, when I first started doing this and thought about it, I would do it maybe once every 3 days or something. And then when I put a post up and say type yes if you agree, then I would maybe get about 14,000 comments. But the more you do it, if I was doing that every single day, doing it 2-3 times a day, I'd probably only get maybe 300-400 comments, which still sounds a lot to some people, but if it's on my page, compared to the number of comments I get, then it's not going to be as effective, and people are going to get pissed off, and then they're going to unlike your page, and they're going to block your content. Facebook is going to drop your reach, your engagement is going to drop, and your overall Facebook page is going to go eventually. Now, and they're going to catch up. They're going to catch up with it, because I see a lot of kind of type yeses out there, and I don't understand it. Well, I kind of do for engagement, but the less you do it, the more effective it's going to be. So I definitely agree with you there, Lorraine. Okay, question from Sally. Is it Chamby? Sally Chamby. Hey there. Did I say that? I came out wrong there. I don't know what happened there. Hey there. How can I grow my blog website traffic through my Facebook page? And how do you get traffic to your site? Are there sites that sell real traffic? Please talk about sponsored campaigns and how to make them effective. Again, I love Facebook for sending traffic if you're going to pay for it. Like, for example, I've got a blog post just now that's doing extremely well. It's 12 Laws of Karma and how it can change your life. I'm still sending traffic from Facebook through an advertising campaign to that blog post for 1.3 cents per click. So it's just over a penny per click over to the blog from Facebook. Facebook advertising is the best platform to do all your advertising on. Obviously there's other places as well. You've got Outbrain.com, they can send over, and I've tested them as well, but it comes to about 15 cents to 20 cents per click. From what I've done, and I've never done a lot of testing, no doubt we could probably get that down if I really stuck at it, but I just find Facebook the best platform for sending traffic from Facebook to a blog. Now, what to do here, Sally, is when you post a Facebook, or when you post a blog post on your Facebook page, don't advertise unless you get one that's gone semi-viral relative to your page. So for example, if you post 4 blog posts per day going from Facebook to your blog, and just say for example, each one of them, or ordinarily, they get 100 clicks each. But if you see one that's getting about 400 clicks, which is way above normal, which is 400% above normal, or 300%, then that's when you would advertise. You would advertise that particular post. And just go into Facebook Advertiser and put a quick ad up and send it over to friends, friends of your page and people they know as well, or friends of people who like your page. That's it, friends of people who like your page. And that's when you're going to get the really cheap clicks from Facebook to your blogs. Now, think about it, you've got to have something there as well to help you. So you've got to have a sign up page. So whenever somebody comes to your blog post, have a pop-up, for example, to get people to sign up for a free ebook or a free MP3 or something like that. So you're going to get a maximum return on your investment from your Facebook advertising. There's no point just sending over to the blog just for vanity measure, just to say, I've got 1,000 people going over to that blog post every day. There's no point doing that. You've got to have a reason behind that as well. So have a pop-up button to collect emails, or have a product advertised there. You could even do that on a pop-up as well. Have some Google AdSense on there, or advertising on your blog as well, and you make some money back. So for that particular post that I was talking about, I'm making about 1 cent from AdSense for every person that kind of comes over. It doesn't sound a lot, but when I'm spending 1.3 cents on it, obviously it looks on paper as if I'm not making a lot of money, but I'm getting a lot of sign-ups from that. I'm getting a lot of people clicking on the products from that as well. And it's getting people to my page, and it's grown my Alexa ranking as well. So if you think about all of that as well, it's not just about sending people to your blog, it's about what you do with that traffic when it comes into your blog as well. So I hope that helps, Sally. Okay, do we have any more questions before I go just now? We've been on roughly half an hour. DNA, thank you, Stephen. Awesome advice as always. Thank you very much. I think I've read that out already. I have. Yeah, it's just going to the old comments just now for some reason. Okay, do we have another question? Dristi Bab Lani. Hello, Stephen. I started posting link to my blog gallery instead of simply a picture post on Facebook, but looks like this has impacted the likes on Facebook. Although I do see good visits to the site. Is that your experience too? Right, I started posting link to my blog gallery instead of simply a picture post on Facebook. Now, I don't quite understand what you mean there, Dristy. So if you could explain that a wee bit further just before, or I might look into that if you explain that, and I'll come back to that maybe tomorrow to look at that again, because I don't quite understand what you mean, exactly what you're doing there. So it'd be good to know what you're doing there. From Lorraine Cavici Blut, do you have a lot of people on your team? How many people work for you? Lorraine, good question. So when I first started all of this, and up until last year, I was doing all of this myself. But as I was growing the business and I was making more products and I was doing everything else I was doing, it was impossible to grow. So what I've done is I've now got a team, and I've got 7 people in the team just now. So not all doing social media. We've got an operations manager, Maria Flynn, who's on just now, and we've got other people doing social media, making the images and doing stuff like that. But I was very, very reluctant to give all that up, because ultimately I thought, I know exactly what I'm doing, I can do it extremely quickly, but there's no way I could do it without cloning myself. And you have to kind of give up a wee bit of control and say, okay, I've got all these quotes that I can use in an image. Surely I could pass it on to somebody else to do, and that was one of the first jobs I've done. So I get the image quotes made up. I still write the quotes, and somebody makes up the images and put the quotes on them with a beautiful image, etc. And then it gets passed on to the social media manager, who does the actual sharing of the pages. I still put up my own posts, just my own, and all the other pages that I share and the images that I share from other pages, that gets done by somebody else as well, Eva Sano. And then I've got about, say, 5-6 different pages that I do. So I've got 2 social media kind of managers as well. So there's a few people on my team just now, and I'm expanding it more as the business grows. So it's going to be easier for me just now, but obviously I'm doing other things in the background. I'm thinking about this. I'm doing the Facebook Live shows that I can't outsource, obviously. So there's a lot of things I still do myself, and as the business grows, I'm going to more meetings and things like that, so I've not got as much time. But when you're starting out, I done all of this myself, made all the videos, done all the images, done all the video, just done everything, every single thing, built all the sales pages, the squeeze pages and all that. I've done everything myself up until last year. So you can definitely do it. And last year I had 2 million likes, and I was making about $250,000. And that was me doing it all myself. So if you want to get to that stage, you can definitely do that as well. But now the business is growing, obviously it's going to bring in more money, so I can spend more money on bringing out a great team in. And we've got a brilliant team at YDF. So I hope that helps, Lorraine. Follow up from Dristy. Questions you didn't understand. Post a link if the post on the blog isn't of directly uploading pictures on Facebook page. Do you mean just posting a link and just having the link there without the picture? If that's what you mean, Dristy, I definitely wouldn't do that. You always want a good picture, because if people are scrolling through their newsfeed and they just see kind of some writing with a blog post link but they don't see the image, then they're probably going to bypass it. It's going to be easier to bypass it. But if you have a great image there for the blog post, then you're going to definitely get more clicks that way. I think that's what you're talking about, if I'm understanding that correctly. So you're definitely going to get more clicks that way if you have the image going over to your blog post link. Now, I don't know if you said that was different for you, but definitely have the image there. So with that, I'm going to leave it there for today. I hope that's kind of helped you think about things. Sally Chamby is saying thank you for your time and giving great insights. I look forward to learning more. My first time here and it's amazing. Thank you, Steve. Oh, thanks, Sally. I really appreciate that, and welcome to the show for the first time. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. If you want more information or you want to grow your Facebook page or your social media presence online to grow your business and make more money, you can visit yourdigitalformula.com and we'll give you a free video to check out there. It's only 40 minutes long and it gives you much more insight about what we're speaking about here today. So that should really help you as well. And it'd be great to have you on the inside of the Your Digital Formula crowd as well, because it's an amazing group of people who gathered there together. So until tomorrow, have a brilliant day. Namaste. Take care. Bye now.